Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. It's Saturday. You know what that means? Of course it means you're here continuing the journey of Batman, the Brave, and the Bold. This is Season 1, Episode 6. Of course, we'll not know the title until I get into the episode. If you hear any background noise, I do apologize. I do have a tower fan on pointing at me. It's warm here in Michigan. I'm quite surprised, but I want to make sure I'm staying cool up here in my room while I'm filming, so I do have that tower fan on, so I do apologize if you hear it in the background noise. Anyways, last week's episode. Holy crap, I'm still thinking about it, and a number of you guys were commenting saying to you, this might be one of the best episodes of the show so far. Like, a number of you guys were commenting saying this episode's phenomenal, it's one of the best. And I don't blame you, because it was freaking amazing. You had Merlin, the demon, Jason Blood. Merlin took Green Arrow and Batman back in time. Batman got controlled, in a sense, by LaFay or whatever. I think that's how you pronounce her name. He got this freaking badass freaking red armor and shit. Like this badass red Batman armor. Phenomenal. And then there's a dragon. Of course, the villain turns into a dragon and all this stuff. It was just a crazy episode. A lot of things were unfolding. A lot of things were happening. And I'm like, wow. Like they packed so much story, so much crazy moments in this episode. I understand why they can't do it all the time, but if only each episode was kind of like this, where it was just like so much stuff happening. But it was really, really freaking cool. Love it. And just goes to show how crazy and how fun this show can be, because that's episode 5. It's only the 5th episode of the whole show. So I'm really looking forward to where we go from here. Like, what are the next storylines and characters and things we're going to see, because I really have no idea. We've had some crazy stuff happen already. What happens next? I'm not sure, but I'm excited. So without further ado, guys, let's get to now. Let's check it out and see what they show us, guys. Let's go.
The beauty of nature.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Yeah, exactly.
Black Manta! He's stolen an armor.
Black Manta? Oh.
Mind if I borrow your horse, officer?
Wait, what?
And I'm gonna need a spider, too. Thank you.
What the fuck? Who is that?
No matter how many times we work together, Buona Beast, I'll never get your power.
Wait,
What's
what?
there to get? I take the best parts of 2 different things to make one unstoppable force.
I've never heard of this guy. Holy crap. I'm just happy that they're showcasing someone who I've never heard of before, and I know I've never heard of them. Of course, they can't do that. And now it's a helicopter, because he's Batman. Oh my god, no. He's gonna morph that with a shark. I was right, or a whale. Holy crap. I'm confused what Black Manta's plan was.
What do you think of my powers now?
The Outsiders? Oh, okay.
You reach, I teach.
Wildcat taught me how to box when I was just starting out.
That's good.
But he's still surprisingly tough for his age.
Dude, oh my god. Oh my god.
What's that, Bat? You want a glass?
You want a glass? He said
Tiger
no.
Tonic is a Wildcat trademark.
Drink up, Batman. Oh, come on.
Well,
Seems like no one wants to knock gloves with a wild man anymore.
maybe it's good for you to have some time off.
You know, my ticker's in tip-top shape.
Well,
That
that's
was
good.
Nothing but some heartburn. What do you say we go crack some skulls?
I don't know about that, but I'm sure.
Do I look like I need a chauffeur?
No.
I'll take my own wheels,
Oh.
thanks.
Alright. Cool.
You flock like mindless
Holy
drones
crap.
to mannequins and magazines that
Wow.
tell you how to dress and think.
Cookies? I mean, who doesn't want cookies? Just destroying everything, why not?
Know these rabble-rousers?
Oh yeah, Gramps. Bats has been trying to stop us for weeks.
Careful, Wildcat.
I can take care of myself.
Oh, boy.
Question is,
Don't-
who's been
don't
taking
push
care of
yourself.
you guys?
Careful.
Tell me, Black Lightning.
No one hates them all more than me.
Mm,
But
I
did
get
you
it.
ever consider putting your energies into something constructive?
Oh, that was close. Damn. This is pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting all this, but here we are.
Maybe now I can
Maybe
get
not.
some sense into you.
Holy crap. How about you don't do that? Just saying.
Yeah, he got in my mouth.
Yeah, there's the water exactly. Oh boy.
You're hurt, Wildcat.
Yes.
You need to rest here.
He was told to rest, but he's not resting.
It's gonna take a whole lot more than I'll take it from here, rookie.
Rookie. Oh, of course it can do that. Yeah, okay.
Uh-oh.
That's a long walkway.
Down here is the only place we feel safe, old dude.
Isn't that toy a little big for you?
A little bit.
She's got nothing to say to you.
That was close. Oh, careful.
Same old trick again? Move it, kid!
Oh, crap. See, he can do that. Oop.
You could have killed yourself. What were you thinking?
Trying to save that
You mean,
guy.
What was I thinking? You and your gizmos. Come
Exactly,
on,
the
we should be on
gizmos.
the chase, not playing mad scientist. And who says I needed you to bail me out? You know, I've been doing this since you
Yeah,
were
who
in bed
says?
diapers, and I've gotten along just fine.
Slug's not gonna be happy about this. You
Wait,
wanna tell
who?
him the bad news?
Oh. Convenient. Huh?
Did you lay waste to that gross spectacle of commerce and wealth like I told you? Who took you in?
You did, sir. But
Yes, and when no one else would.
we were followed here.
Intruders!
Intruders?
Maybe we can just scare them away instead.
You scare him.
And what? Risk losing everything we've built down here?
Toxic waste.
Always toxic waste.
Touching that stuff could cause mutations.
Uh-oh. Yep. Uh-oh. We knocked him out, yep. Turtles. Yeah, turtles.
Rise and shine up.
Stop pretending you're some benevolent monarch. You're just a bottom feeder who's manipulating.
Bottom feeder.
Lies.
This is my fault.
Just like the opening
The
of
world
episode
changed
1.
around me, and I'm
Kinda.
still the same as I've always been.
If I wanted you to retire, it's because you've been like a father to me. And I didn't
Whoa.
want to lose another one.
Whoa.
Think you could hurry things up? I
Think
don't
hurry
want to
things
look at
up?
your ugly mug any longer than I have to. How do you stand to look in the mirror every morning? If I
Wow.
saw that face
That's
staring
good.
back at me, I'd have nightmares.
Release him.
Don't do it, Wildcat.
Don't do it. Those are giant, yeah, mutated turtles, clearly.
Come on, I'm a boxer.
Come
not
on.
kidding. Give me what you got.
Come on, come on. Oh, damn. Come on.
I better turn up my hearing aid, because all I can hear is you sucking wind.
I mean, who would have thought giant turtles, but here we are. Knock each other out, yeah.
This is a boxing match, not patty cake.
Mm.
Step it up, let's box.
You.
Yeah, he's getting tired.
Losing your wind?
There we go. Fight back. Finally, here we go.
Okay, you sweaty meatball. It's time
Pegging
to
his
clean
ass
this
up.
place up. One piece of trash at a time.
You have no idea what it's like to be an outsider.
That's where you're wrong. Growing up, I was an outsider like you. A nobody from a bad neighborhood.
Oh, it's not over.
Why haven't you destroyed
We just mentioned mutation earlier.
We're not freaks, Slug. We're outsiders.
Outsiders.
Ah.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ugh. That's gross.
It's his heart. Be calm.
Okay, listen to me carefully.
Now she talks.
Clear.
Clear.
Don't worry, son. Stick the jab. Chin down. Good man.
As I figured, yep. Exactly,
With
just like him.
Wildcat's help, who knows? Maybe these outsiders have the makings of something bigger.
And there you guys have it. This was a strange episode, or at least in terms of the beginning of the episode. Got a little bit better, especially with the outsiders and everything, and then seeing Wildcat. and I have the voice cast pulled up here because Arlie Ermy as Wildcat, great casting, love it. At first I'm like, is that Arlie Ermy? Is it? I know this is like an older show. I know unfortunately he's passed away now. I'm like, I think it's Arlie Ermy, and it is him. Like I figured before I saw obviously way before the ending of the episode, I knew it was Arlie Ermy, but at first I'm like, is that Arlie Ermy? We also had Metamorpho, which is cool from the Outsiders. We had Katana, who only spoke at the very end of the episode. And, of course, we had Black Lightning, or, well, they're calling it Black Lightning. He's a young Black Lightning, but still, so we have them. Now, before we get to that part of the episode, which is after the credits and everything, we need to talk about, like, in terms of the intro, not credits, but the intro. Before the intro, the little setup in terms of, like, a little mini adventure, if you will. Black Manta, some reason in this episode, but then Bwana Beast. I've never heard of this character. Never heard of this character. I'm assuming it's a character of the comics. Then again, episodes ago, we had that one where it was like more Christmas themed, and we had what was his name? Funhouse, and that's like a character that was never in the comics. It was a creation for the show. So I don't know if Bwana Beast is a creation of the show. I'm assuming it's a character from the comics that I've just never heard of. But also they had a kind of like the overlord of the underground, or like the kind of guy running the underground that the Outsiders are working with, or like kind of were be taken under. His wing was Slug. Never heard of that character either. So there's a lot of things just happening. But so I guess Slug's intentions was the Outsiders go out to the world and destroy property, I don't really know. I'm not really sure what his motivation was. Like, people see us a certain way and they're treated a certain way, so we gotta take all this out. I'm like, okay. You could tell, like, Black Lightning, he's like, yeah, you took us in and that's great and everything, but, we were followed and, but they started to see the error of their ways. I'm like, yeah, I figured as much. As soon as we saw they were kind of like bad guys in a sense, the Outsiders, all three of them, they're gonna turn good. I like the tie-in with Wildcat, and this being an elderly Wildcat. Like, he's an older hero. He's basically on his last couple of lives, if you will, in terms of a cat analogy. And the fact that he already had a heart issue previously. He had it again at the end of this episode. But he's like, look, I'm still out here. I'm still pushing. I'm still boxing. I still want to be a hero. I don't want to retire. And I get it, the stubbornness of it. I understand it. The line that surprised me the most in this whole episode, I was not prepared for this moment, but it really hit me. It's just the way that it just came across, because it was right after we saw them, sparring after the intro. We saw Batman and Wildcat sparring, and then they had this moment in, like, underground, where the trains, are coming through and everything, and the kind of walkway down there. They're arguing, and Batman is like, going back and forth, and Wildcat's getting frustrated and everything. He's like, I didn't ask you to save me and all this stuff. Like, you just want me to retire. Like, a lot of stuff. Batman then says to Wildcat, as they're both tied up and they're being lowered down to these giant mutant turtles, Batman says, look, like, the reason why, I was saying this stuff, or whatever, because I see you as a father figure. I didn't want to lose... Like, what was the exact line? Let me actually replay. I can just replay it. Let me just find it. Because, like, I just thought it was so interesting that he said that. Like, I wasn't expecting him to say it. Okay, let's see.
Seek to disrupt our...
Seek to disrupt.
Stop pretending.
Let's see.
Fall. The world's changed around me, and
Yeah.
I'm still the same as I've always been. All fists, no brains. You were right.
You were right.
I should have retired a long time
Retirement, yeah.
If I wanted you to retire, it's because you've been like a father to me.
Been like a father to me. That's the line. It was... Like, it makes sense because in his, like, little monologue, Batman says that he started training with Wildcat, like, soon after he really got started. Like, he's been doing it for a long time. So the fact that he looks up to Wildcat as a father figure was very interesting. I thought it was really cool. Now, I'm expecting now, since the Outsiders are kind of on the good side now, that we're going to potentially see them again. Maybe Wildcat as well. But this just goes to show how interesting this show can be and how different it can be. We went from an episode last week where Green Arrow and Batman were sent back in time with Merlin, and they fought a dragon, and all this stuff was happening, and just a lot of craziness. They time traveled. And now in this episode, we have this underground kind of like society, not really, but like the slug guy. There's mutant turtles. There's like mutated waste or some sort of like toxic waste down there. And Wildcat should have thought that through, because they literally were mentioning like, look at all this hazardous waste down here, and he throws Slug into it. And then he mutates into something even more crazy and ugly. So thought that was, probably not the smartest thing to do, but hey, Wildcat, do what you think is best. But yeah, so it's cool that now Wildcat has more sparring partners and kind of has another kind of rejuvenation, if you will, in terms of his career, I guess, at the gym, and kind of being the character Wildcat, being that hero, because he even said after the sparring with Batman, and he created his little like drink or whatever, it's like, what the hell? Tuna, of course, is in the mix. He says, yeah, there's no more sparring today, no more sparring for this week, actually. Like, it sounds like no one is just coming to the gym anymore. So maybe this will spark interest in people to come back. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, this was fun. Like, I had a good time with this episode. And I like the fact that the intro, bizarre as hell, but then we have the actual, main credits opening the show, and then we have this adventure with Wildcat, a older hero that's now working with the newer hero, right? The guy he's always been around for a long time. And I like how Batman says, he's from an era that's, gone by, and he's now fighting against a villain or an enemy that cannot be beat, that cannot stop, which is time. And it is one of those things where you really think about that. Like, not just like in a sense of a superhero show, but time itself. It's the thing that unfortunately we can't beat. It sucks, but yeah, this episode was pretty fun overall, so I can't complain too much. But yeah, it was good. So you never know what to expect, and that's what I love, is that I don't know what to expect each week going into Batman Brave and the Bold. It could be like last week or this week, you just never know. Going to Dinosaur Island next, episode 2, Christmas themed episode 4, you just never know. So what do you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.